I started following them after I saw a National Geographic My Shot post of a dead pony over the winter. And I was like, that can't be my ponies. So I went out there with my camera and I found a herd that I followed that year and just started photographing and following the herds. And that was in about 2010. And from then on, every year I go out there and count them and see who has the foals and who's still alive and who's not, and who they round up and who they're going to sell. And this year I knew the foals would be very young when they were getting sold. So Brogan, the little black one, was 2.5 months old when he was gathered, which is really young for a foal. And I knew that he would need help, and he ended up being the one that we ended up getting at the auction. So I'm really happy about that. And then the other little girl was one I actually bought for someone who was going to buy her from, come get her from Maryland. But that didn't work out because she had some issues with the hurricane. And so now we have Ladybug too, who is eventually, I believe, rehomed, but she may need a home, I'm not sure, because nobody's actually come and gotten her. Well, I met Amy about 3 years ago at the horse show in Blowing Rock, and we talked about ponies, and we talked about an issue called stifle lock and string halt, which are two issues that she's familiar with. And so when I needed help getting the ponies I knew I was going to buy, I approached her to help me house them until I could find them homes. And trooper that she was. She came with a big stock trailer, and instead of one, we ended up with 3. So now we have 3 ponies. One is Highlander, who I'll keep. He's a 2-year-old. And then these little babies we're going to try and find homes for. Really, it's the first horse rescue I've ever been involved with. But I think it's Amy's knowledge and Amy's ability to soothe. She's a therapist as well as a horse whisperer, as well as a great person. I mean, if you ever see her handle the horses that are stressed totally and unhandleable, it's amazing. So I came here to learn. That's what I came here. I mean, I've been here about 1.5 months with these babies because the little one had pneumonia, and we nursed him through pneumonia. And I have learned so much. I have 2. I've had 2 I've had my other ones for 2 years, but I wish that they had come here first because I would have known so much more. But I needed someone to help me rescue, and she came with her trailer. And right before these guys, I saw a terribly thin horse, and I contacted her about that horse, and we went and got that horse too. And I just had to send her a picture of it. And I was like, I can raise the money to transport it. Can you come get it? And she's like, yep. And we went and got it. That's what Horse Helpers is. Not always able to get every horse, but she definitely will get involved with any case. I just love her. I mean, there's a body scale. When you talk to Christy, she can tell you it goes from 1 to 8. And a lot of the horses Amy gets are 1s and 2s. So it means they're on the verge of starving to death. So one is on the verge of death. And bones, it's pretty amazing. And within 1.5 months, there's light in their eye, and they look at you when you come in instead of hiding from you. And the ones that were unleadable lead. And she has a great trainer, but it's really Amy and Christy and Megan, the people who are here all the time. There's great volunteers that come every week. And it's really hard not to have a favorite. So I think they all get a lot of care, though. I mean, when you look at how healthy they are, and then you look at the before pictures, you'll see. But the bonding, it's like, when the first time they trust you enough to take the medicine out of your hand instead of having to shove it in. And the first time he turns to you when you walk in instead of turning to the corner. I mean, that's huge. And now when they're out here, I can walk up to him and catch him without having to chase them from here to Amy's house and back, and I don't know. There's just something you get when they trust you, and they really. I'm their buddy right now. I need to be more of a disciplinarian, but he responded so much to just tenderness and care, and plus having two ponies together. I guess he would have been all right by himself. She would definitely have been all right. She's full of personality, but he was really traumatized. It's amazing the difference. Mm-hmm. It took me about 6 months to get mine to lead. And these guys are leading after a month because they're here. So that's a difference in Amy. She was like, oh no, they need to lead. So we taught them to lead. Oh, there's something special about this place, and it's a teaching place, and the therapy, and little Hank and Chester are so sweet and loving, and many times I just see people sitting there and there's Hank with his head on their lap, and they're just petting him. I'm like, that's what volunteer here is about, some affection from the horses. So, pretty special.